Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90-Day Fiancé. Angela Deem's obsessed with deporting Michael Ilsemi signs she feels empty without him. Angela Deem from 90-Day Fiancé, happily ever after, appears to have only one goal in her life, which is to have Michael Ilsemi deported from the United States. The couple got married in January 2020, despite their trust issues and Michael's past cheating scandal. Eventually, Angela brought Michael to America in December 2023 in hopes of rebuilding their relationship. However, Michael didn't stay with her for long and left her in February 2024. He is now living in Houston, Texas, and has made new friends. Recently, he experienced his first snow in the country. While Michael has moved on from Angela, she is still hurting and trying to retaliate against him. She believes Michael deceived her and has already filed for their marriage to be annulled to have him deported to Nigeria. Nonetheless, Michael always seemed to be one step ahead of Angela. He reached out to fans for assistance, and they helped him raise over $50,000 to contest Angela in court and avoid deportation. Although Michael may be saddened by the end of his 7-year relationship, he has moved on from his wife and is now concentrating on realizing his American dream. Angela isn't ready to accept that she may have been a problem in her relationship. She believes that Michael fraudulently entered the United States and should be deported immediately. Angela must realize that she and Michael were married for 4 years before he left her, making it challenging to prove that his intentions were insincere. Angela is approaching her 60s and should stop allowing Michael to control her life. Despite being deceived by her Nigerian husband, she should now focus on finding new interests to help her move past this distressing situation instead of letting it consume her. For 7 years, the 90-Day Fiancé franchise alum repeatedly betrayed her trust through his actions. Michael's questionable character was the primary reason Angela could never trust him. Despite this, she continued to believe in his love and gave him chances. She should now find solace in the fact that Michael is no longer in her life and can't hurt her. Angela should accept her losses and move on. Angela has the golden opportunity to practice self-care and focus on her own well-being instead of obsessing over her former husband. With her freedom, she can enjoy quality time with herself, friends, and family. Hopefully, the 90-Day Fiancé, happily ever after, alum will redirect her attention to self-love rather than making Michael repent for his actions. Angela Deem, the fiery and unapologetically outspoken star of 90-Day Fiancé, has been a topic of much discussion over the years, especially with her tumultuous relationship with Michael Ilsemi. Their roller coaster romance has been a fan favorite, but Angela's actions and words have also raised many eyebrows. Recently, her obsession with deporting Michael, despite their apparent love, has left many fans questioning her motives and whether she truly feels empty without him. This has sparked a wave of curiosity about the deeper emotional layers behind her fierce determination and erratic behavior. At the heart of Angela's obsession with deporting Michael is a complex mixture of love, power struggles, and a deep sense of control. Throughout their journey, it's clear that Angela craves dominance in the relationship, often overstepping boundaries and exhibiting a highly assertive demeanor. Michael, in contrast, often plays the role of the more passive partner, which has led Angela to not only take charge, but also become increasingly possessive and suspicious. This imbalance has resulted in Angela's fixation on deporting Michael whenever he strays or acts in ways that she deems disrespectful or rebellious. The obsession with Michael's immigration status is, in many ways, Angela's way of maintaining power. She frequently threatens to revoke his visa, using the ultimate power card to keep him in line. Despite moments of apparent tenderness between them, Angela's willingness to pull the rug from under Michael's future in the United States speaks volumes about the level of insecurity she feels when it comes to their relationship. She is constantly walking a tightrope between showing affection and wielding control, making their dynamic appear more fragile than it might seem at first glance. Yet the contradictions in Angela's actions don't end there. It's clear that while she might obsess over deporting Michael, there's an underlying fear of losing him for good. Angela's harsh demeanor and the frequent threats she issues stem from a place of deep vulnerability. Her life before Michael was marked by emotional scars, including her troubled past and previous failed relationships. She never seemed to fully recover from those wounds, and Michael represented a new chapter for her, a chance at redemption, love, and stability. But when the relationship becomes rocky or Michael does something to make her feel betrayed, Angela's emotional fragility emerges, leading to an overreaction that often spirals out of control. This emotional tumult likely points to the real reason Angela is so fixated on the idea of Michael's deportation: the fear of being alone. Michael, for all his flaws and mistakes, has been a source of companionship for Angela. She might not always admit it, but he's filled a space in her heart that, otherwise, would remain empty. When she threatens to deport him, it's almost as though she's trying to force him to stay, to remind him of his place in her life, and to ensure he can't slip away from her grasp. It's not just about control, it's about love in its most distorted form. Angela has been vocal about her feelings of loneliness, especially in the wake of major changes in her life. At one point, she expressed how the weight of her emotions had begun to take a toll on her physical health. Her heightened sense of fear, anxiety, and her emotional dependence on Michael have led her to lean on him more than she might want to admit. It's possible that her obsession with deporting him stems from a subconscious attempt to prevent herself from facing that emptiness alone. Angela wants to maintain some semblance of control over her emotional life. And if she can keep Michael on her terms, she can avoid confronting the deeper issues she's trying to escape. Despite her outward bravado and sometimes brash attitude, Angela's actions reveal a woman grappling with inner turmoil. Her obsession with deporting Michael isn't about punishment or malice. It's a defense mechanism, a misguided attempt to keep him close. The emotional void Angela feels without him in her life can't be easily filled by anyone else, and the thought of losing him, or having him live independently without her supervision, triggers a cascade of insecurities and fears that she's not equipped to handle. This inner conflict between love and control, coupled with her evident feelings of loneliness, paints a clearer picture of why Angela behaves the way she does. She isn't just a woman trying to manipulate a relationship. She's someone desperate for stability, desperately afraid of being abandoned, and willing to go to extreme lengths to keep the relationship intact, even if it means sabotaging it in the process. The idea of empty spaces in Angela's life is not just metaphorical. She's talked openly about feeling lonely and not fully understood by her peers or family. Despite having people around her, it seems as though there is a deep yearning for something more. Michael, flawed and all, became the object of that yearning. His presence, while sometimes triggering Angela's more volatile tendencies, was also a source of comfort and connection, however imperfect. The idea of Michael being sent away would create a massive void in Angela's world, one that she is not sure how to fill. Interestingly, Angela's own personal growth journey has been marked by this push-pull relationship with Michael. She has gone from a woman determined to use her charms to secure Michael's affection to someone now questioning the very foundation of their relationship. Her emotional volatility only underscores the fragility of the bond they share. When Angela feels betrayed or hurt, she acts out in ways that can sabotage the very relationship she wants to preserve. It's this paradox that makes her so intriguing to fans. She's an emotionally complex character, someone who is often her own worst enemy. Ultimately, Angela Deem's obsession with deporting Michael Al-Sami represents a deeper emotional struggle, one that speaks to her fear of abandonment, her insecurities, and the emotional void she's been attempting to fill for years. It's not just about keeping him physically close. It's about keeping herself from confronting the emptiness she feels when he's not around. Angela might not always be able to articulate her feelings clearly, but her actions speak volumes. She doesn't want to be alone, and the fear of losing Michael forever is a battle she's desperately fighting, even if her methods leave much to be desired. In the end, Angela's journey is a testament to the complexity of love, control, and the human need for connection. Her obsession with Michael isn't just about deportation. It's about her struggle to find peace within herself and to stop feeling like a stranger in her own life. Whether or not she can find a way to reconcile her fears and emotional needs remains to be seen. But one thing is for sure, Angela's story is far from over.